Beneath the gray, churning clouds over Metropolis, the city's steady hum is suddenly fractured by sonic booms. At the center of Centennial Park, a familiar red and blue blur comes to a halt before a statue of Superman himself. The Man of Steel surveys the city, his keen hearing tuned to every heartbeat, his vision piercing every shadow. There's unease in the air, a sense that something alien and unpredictable is about to unfold. It begins with a tremor, a low guttural roar echoing through the concrete canyons. Windows rattle. Pedestrians halt, looking skyward as the sunlight is momentarily blotted out by a ragged silhouette, distorted, powerful, and unmistakably familiar. Descending in a spiral of displaced air is Bizarro, Superman's imperfect mirror, chalky-skinned, eyes wild with confusion, cape tattered and backward. His arrival is marked not by applause, but by a chorus of frightened shouts. Across the city, Superman springs into action. He intercepts Bizarro just as the creature lands with enough force to send cracks spiderwebbing through the streets. Bizarro regards his surroundings with childlike curiosity, but his lack of control makes him dangerous light. Posts bend in his grip, cars overturn with careless swipes of his immense hands. Superman hovers before him, projecting calm authority. "Bizarro, you can't stay here," Superman declares, voice steady but firm. Bizarro's response is garbled, a reflection in broken glass. "Me am Superman. Ow. Me save city." He moves forward, arms outstretched, his intentions twisted by the flawed logic of his mind. The confrontation is inevitable. The first blow is seismic. Bizarro swings raw power, cracking the air, but Superman dodges at super speed. Their clash becomes a spectacle of flying debris and shattered glass. Bystanders scatter as shockwaves ripple outward from every collision. Superman absorbs each impact, guiding Bizarro's strength away from civilians and the city's fragile infrastructure. Aware of Bizarro's unpredictable strength, Superman quickly tries to contain the fight, leading his double skyward. The two launch into a series of aerial exchanges, punches that send thunderclaps rolling through the clouds. Beams of icy breath and heat vision arcing across the horizon. Bizarro imitates Superman's abilities, but in reverse. His frost breath scorches, his heat vision freezes. High above Metropolis, their battle becomes a ballet of brute force and strategy. Superman, ever the tactician, uses his experience to predict and counter Bizarro's clumsy but relentless attacks. He maneuvers his opponent away from the city, taking the fight toward the outskirts, where open fields offer fewer dangers for innocents below. On the ground, reporters broadcast the battle, describing the spectacle as two titans locked in a struggle not only for supremacy, but for the soul of the city itself. The world watches as Superman seeks not the defeat, but the understanding of his adversary. He calls out, hoping to reach the shred of reason within Bizarro's fractured mind. As the pair crash into a rocky bluff outside the city limits, Bizarro's confusion intensifies. He lashes out, tearing boulders from the earth and hurling them with the force of artillery. Superman intercepts them mid-flight, his hands blurring as he reduces stone to dust. He pleads again. "Bizarro, this isn't the way. Let me help you." For a moment, Bizarro hesitates, uncertainty flickering behind his pale eyes. But the moment is brief. His distorted perception interprets Superman's offer of help as a challenge. With a wild shout, he charges, driving Superman into the earth. The shockwave levels trees. Superman grits his teeth, refusing to escalate further. Realizing that subduing Bizarro with sheer force will only fuel his confusion, Superman changes tactics. With careful restraint, he begins to lead Bizarro through a series of feints and dodges, never striking directly. He leverages Bizarro's mimicry against him, spinning through the air and doubling back. It's causing the creature to overexert himself, punching it after images. Gradually, Bizarro's movements slow. His strength, immense though it is, begins to flag. Superman seizes the opportunity, encircling Bizarro in a powerful bear hug. "Let me help you," he insists, pouring calm into every word. Bizarro struggles, but Superman's unwavering grip and soothing voice cut through the chaos inside his head. Overhead, the clouds part as the city watches, waiting. Finally, Bizarro's frenzy ebbs. He slumps, confused, looking at Superman with something akin to gratitude laced with sorrow. Recognizing the danger has passed, Superman gently lifts his imperfect double, rocketing skyward toward Star Labs where the scientists can provide safekeeping and care. As the news broadcasts return to normalcy, Metropolis breathes easier. Superman lands before the crowd, battered but resolute. The threat averted, he looks to the horizon, knowing that compassion, not just strength, carries the day. For now, Bizarro is safe, the city endures, and Superman remains its steadfast guardian, ever prepared for the shadows cast by even his own reflection.